weakest fault lines. Today, it is the divide between the haves and the have-nots that is creating the most tension.
Research has shown that globally, Singapore is ranked third in population density. Due to the increasing number of Singaporeans and foreigners living in Singapore, the government makes every effort to acquire as much land as it can, resulting in rising costs of property. All these natural resources being imported daily costs quite a lot of money, and if Singapore does not raise the taxes and cost of living to sustain the amount of resources they import, it will go bankrupt. One of the primary causes of the inflation on Singaporeans and people everywhere is the supply chain interruptions brought on by the conflict in Russia and Ukraine, as well as the COVID-19 outbreak. Naturally, people's lives get better as Singapore develops. This is resulting in the mass spending on luxuries and comforts. For instance, Singaporeans generally enjoy fine dining and international travel. Overall spending and the cost of living will consequently rise due to companies increasing their prices for goods and services according to the population's demand. According to Singapore's Ministry of Finance, the Singaporean government is still increasing the GST and other taxes due to the fact that the GST and taxes contribute to the funding of government programs that enhance Singaporeans' lives by offering access to healthcare, education, and security. The rapid aging of the Singaporean population will result in significant increases in healthcare costs. Singapore needs more money to fund the building and employment of hospital and workers. During 2007 and 2019, healthcare spending increased from 2.2 billion to 11.3 billion. If healthcare spending continues at its current rate, it is predicted to total 3.5% of GDP. Singapore believes giving the younger generations a good start in life and offering working parents better childcare support are crucial. Therefore, to offer easily accessible education for childhood, more money will be needed. Singapore has planned to assist low and middle income citizens in response to the GST increase. All adult Singaporean citizens are permitted to receive this package over 5 years, ranging anywhere from SGD 700 to $1,600 depending on their salary. So, how is this a problem? As represented in the graph above, we can grasp how the high and rising cost of living in Singapore is so problematic for the elderly population. The graph shows that there has been a huge upsurge in the amount of elderly aged 65 and older working. In addition, the fertility rate is at an all-time low and has only declined. Due to the high cost of living, the younger generation is reluctant to give birth for the reason that they might get impoverished. The high cost of living is problematic to the younger generation as they would need to work their whole lives just to have a stable income. We should all favor the favorable long we should all consider the favorable long-term economic advantages. What we need to keep in mind is that if we don't significantly increase our birth rate, we run the grave risk of experiencing economic stagnation in the near future, Mr. Bakda said. Moreover, low fertility will eventually lead to an age structure that will accelerate further population decline. So, to what extent is the high cost of living in Singapore causing tension and directly impacting the quality of life for a growing and aging population of senior citizens? Many senior citizens will be needing to work their whole life without being able to retire just to have a stable income. This can result in lost time spent with loved ones